Welcome back. How far back can you trace your ancestors? 4, 5, 6 generations? Discovering your roots can reveal things you never anticipated, but for a lot of people, all the work can seem overwhelming.
That's what I put, T-O-N-E-Y.
2 months ago, we introduced you to Prince George's Genealogical Society.
So I was able to find out where my father's family, they came from Prussia in 1872.
Tonight and tomorrow, we are going to give you a quick how-to course on genealogical research. What is genealogical research?
It's an investigation into the history of a particular family.
There are several ways of collecting your material: word of mouth, in-person visits to a courthouse or state archives. You can also do much of it online. There are sites like FamilySearch.org, which is free. Others may be fee-based. Cal Burgett says begin with what you know.
Well, you start talking to your family. You write down what you know. You know who your parents were. Do you know when they got married? You know when they were born. So you get that information, and then you ask them about their parents and their brothers and sisters. Then you advance, if your grandparents are still alive, you talk to your grandparents and see what information they have. And branch out to aunts and uncles and cousins and try to see as much information you can.
You can start by making a family chart, noting parents, siblings, children, births, and death dates. It can be text only, or it can include pictures. My tree includes photographs. This is my mom, who was born in New Jersey, and this is my dad, who was born in Harlem in 1930. And this is a great-grandfather from Cuba. Thus far, I've been able to log 8 generations. Burgett suggests having realistic goals.
If I decided, well, I want to find all the ancestors of my parents, that's too broad. You're never going to find it all. So you try to set realistic goals. So your goal might be, well, I want to find out the country of origin for my father's family and when they arrived in America.
Here's an example of how it's done. Census records contain a lot of information. So say I want to find the census record a listing of my great-grandmother. I already know her name was Nettie Harrison, so I type in her name along with where she lived. Some records can be difficult to read, but in the 1880s you can see she and her husband were farm laborers, and I know that it's her because the other names check out. This is her picture. She was born in Alabama in the 1840s. And this is her son, John Harrison. He was a large landowner, and in the 1950s, seated at the far left, he was on the board of directors of the Edgecombe County Credit Union.
Document everything, where you found it. You want to know the book you found it in, who wrote it, when it was published, what page you found the information on.
Now, in the 8 years I've been researching, I discovered first cousins in Philadelphia, a college president in Ohio, an alleged bootlegger, as well as Pullman porters, and a surviving son of a great-grand-uncle who was born in 1884.